Hello everyone, welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. My name is Colleen, and this is episode 5 of the Animal Crossing New Horizons Chef Challenge that I'm currently doing. In this challenge, I'll only be making my bells by selling fruit and fish, and eventually, once I can, cooked dishes. So that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm just really excited to make like a farmcore foodie island. But as you can see, Leif is here today, which means that my dreams will be becoming a reality very, very soon. I'll at least get one type of produce today, so that is a win because up until this point, I have only been selling peaches and whichever fish I haven't needed to donate to Blathers. So I wouldn't say it's been a super big struggle, because like I mentioned in my other video, it's been a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be, so I'm not going to say it's too difficult, but I think once I can actually make some dishes and sell those, and when some of those become some of the like hot items, then that will be very, very helpful. And especially once I get into the summer and there's like sharks and stuff that I'll be able to sell, that'll be so nice. One thing I didn't even think about is that I won't be able to sell the like full fossils that I don't need to donate anymore, which is usually a good chunk of bells. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, as you can see, I'm just starting out my day by visiting the new museum because it is finally built and it's beautiful. I remember playing this for the very first time, or like opening up the museum for the first time, and just being completely blown away by the interior. It is just, it's so beautiful, it is so well done, the music is just perfect, and it's so sad that after like the first playthrough, it just feels like it doesn't really matter anymore, aside from Brewster's. But it just, yeah, like it felt like it got old so quickly, and it's sad because it's so cool. And I love the little spots you can stand on that it'll adjust the camera view and everything. Just, yeah. But here's our little dino friend that I mentioned we had finished up, and I wanted to give them a visit, you know, since the museum is open now. So more of our morning dailies, just looking for the DIY now, but got a little distracted by needing to water some flowers. I questioned this for way too long. I'm like, is there actually orange hyacinths or am I just making this up? But there definitely is. I just had one of those moments where I questioned everything. At least I do know from my research in the last episode that the purple windflowers are possible from watering the two red ones. It's a really, really low percentage, but it's possible. And finally, some reactions. The pictures I was taking for my thumbnails were making me so sad because they're just so boring. But finally, we've got something. And I don't know what it was with this recording. You can probably hear it though. The audio was so weird with that particular reaction. I think for everything else it sounds normal, and I don't know what it was. Because in the previous video it wasn't happening. I don't get it. Finally found our DIY, and we did luck out yet again in not getting a repeat. Which you might say, Colleen, it's so early in the game, how would you be getting a repeat DIY? And my answer to you is, it happens so often, and it's so sad. I feel like there should be some sort of, like, preventative measure so that doesn't happen until, like, 3 stars or something. Maybe I'm making it too easy, but it sounds like it would be nice. So just mainly trying to build up my Nook miles because I know that I need to find a 3rd villager, and I really want it to be like a purely foodie one. And I apologize if I don't remember which episode it was at this point, but when I had come across, now I pronounced it Sherry. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be pronounced Cherry, but then there's another villager called Cherry. So now I'm confused, Nintendo. Why would you do this to me? But just getting the things that I can sell, because as you know, that's what I have to do. I know that some of this commentary might not be the most interesting right now, but once we get moving and I'm able to actually start building some like farmer's plots and those sorts of things, I think it's going to get a lot more interesting. So hopefully stick around for that, please. Look at that. I think that's the most bells I've made in one go so far. So good for me. And again, really great wallpapers and floorings. I was very pleased with this. My wallet, not so much, because I probably should have just bought a bunch of flowers and even more produce than I end up buying, but it'll be okay. So I'm already back at Blathers, just have some more fossils for him to assess. And I think I lucked out this time and all of them, yeah, all of them were brand new. So even more stuff to donate to the museum. I'm kind of curious how quickly I'm going to finish up some of these portions of the museum just with how I'm playing this game this time around. I didn't say that the best, but I hope it made sense. And now the time we've all been waiting for, meeting Leif, the cutest little baby there ever was. Look how cute! Ugh, I love him so much. I didn't include the whole conversation because it took a long time, but he's just so cute. But yes, I got some tomatoes today. Things are looking up. I just started with 10 because I wanted to be a little bit modest and figure out where I wanted to put some things first. But don't you worry, I will be back. So as you can probably tell, I'm stocked up right now with some shrubs and just the 10 tomatoes like I mentioned before, but more than enough for me to get decorating. Although whenever I'm seeing a balloon, I am making sure that I'm grabbing it because if it's bells, I need them. And it's not always the yellow balloons. I know that there was like an infographic that went around like all of the social medias that says the gold one is always bells, but it's not 100% true. So just dispersing the shrubs around the island. I realized at that point I wanted more so that I could surround like the bridge and other things. So like I said, I will end up getting more of them, and especially just because I don't know when he's going to be back next, so my first thought was just having a little plot in front of my house. I feel like that will be very fitting considering I'm going to be a chef, or I am a chef. No imposters here. But yeah, I just thought it would make sense for me to have a little plot in front of my house because if I'm a chef, then I'm going to be testing out different recipes in my home. So I need my own like little garden outside so I can quickly go out to grab things. That's how I'm playing it out in my head anyway. Oh, and I forgot to mention I had gotten some hyacinths because I think I mentioned maybe 2 episodes ago I really want some blue ones for whichever reason. So, working on those now too. Of course, when I initially went to water everything, my watering can just broke almost immediately. And I don't want to use any of my Nook miles for the pretty good tools yet because I kind of need them for Nook miles. So I'm stuck in this lull of having to use those really crappy watering cans. But hey, whatever's going to get me the Nook Miles, honestly. I was trying to be so precise when I was doing this because I didn't want to kill the watering can sooner than I'm supposed to. Alright, and finally getting to go see if I can find any good villagers. I don't want to give any spoilers, but let's just say I'm probably going to need some more Nook Miles tickets. Okay, actually, I will give one hint though. It's not someone I've seen before, and that's pretty much it. And again, it's so sad because all of these villagers I really like. Just tragic. It is tragic. Pom Pom. I love Pom Pom. She's so cute. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't think of any connection. Pom Pom to Bon Bon maybe, like a candy. But then I'm fairly certain isn't there a villager named that? If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Rah rah indeed. But ooh, yeah, I ran up on the snail and I had to be very careful to walk away because I realized I needed it, and snails I think I'm going to be able to sell because escargot. So that might be like one of the, well, it's classified as a bug that I will be selling. Other than that, I don't think there's any other bugs that people are eating a lot of. If you can think of one, let me know. So just checking out the whole situation, seeing where I can get some quick Nook Miles, which obviously the plus options that are at the top can be pretty quick, but it did take a while. So there's quite a bit of editing in this. I was running around catching fish, catching some bugs. Though now that I'm thinking about it, it really wasn't that many of them because I don't remember, like other than these ones you can see me donating right now, I don't remember donating too many this day. But of course, if I'm selling anything, I'm including it in the video so that you can see where I'm getting all of my bells, so don't worry about that. And then I'll even show with some of the bugs I just ended up releasing them because I needed the pocket space. And honestly, that felt nice. I'm like, you can just go right back onto the island. The moment of deliberation of, do I run back to my house to grab one that's in the inventory, or do I just make another one? And as you can see, I just made another one. So close. So close. Oh yeah, this is the part right here where I didn't have any space, so I just let all of them go. I think that there should be another like Nook Miles option where it's like a friend of nature or something like that, and you get Nook Miles for releasing the animals back into the wild. That would be kind of cool. Though I'm sure that there's a better name for it than friend of nature, but just go with it for now. Now that I've got enough Nook Miles, you know what's coming up next. I need to get a Nook Miles ticket so that we can try to find a villager. But first, just very quickly, I'm going to have to sell a few things, you know, empty out my pockets so when I'm over there I can get all of the fruit and everything else that I need. Because don't let me fool you, when I've been going to see these villagers, I am still getting all of the peaches, the coconuts, all of that good stuff. which as you can see, I'm about to sell right now. See, it's not too bad for money. It's really not that bad. And I was thinking about it a little bit more. Early game Animal Crossing, I feel like we're not selling too much else anyways. Unless you were like much smarter than me and were crafting things to sell. I didn't do that for the longest time. Okay, second island. Who's it gonna be? Make your guesses. Truthfully, it took me way too long to realize who this was. I was kind of confused at first. I think just with the rain outfit, but then once she turned around, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Shino. Which again, not food related. This game is torturing me at this point. It's like, here are all the villagers you can't have. And by can't, I mean like by my own choice, but it's all in the name of the game. So, skipped over everything else, right back in Nooks. I am selling what I got when I was over there. As you can see, there was a couple fish that I was able to sell. One that I will need to donate to Blathers. Which I'm kind of surprised I hadn't caught a dace yet. I feel like any other time, that's one of the first ones I get. So just going to buy up some more things from Leif because, like I've mentioned, I'm Nook Mile hungry right now, and I know that planting more produce and some more shrubs should definitely help me out. So I'm going to do that, and then hopefully I will find a foodie villager. So I'm willing that into existence, please. But of course, I need to do the whole purchasing thing first, and then the whole planting and getting the Nook Miles. So I guess we'll finish that up first, and then we'll go look for a villager. This time around, there was really no rhyme or reason for where the shrubs were going. I just needed them to be planted. Although the ones with Nook's Cranny, I'm happy with those placements. I think that's really cute. And I think having a little plot right outside of Nook's is a great idea too. Like, what if one day I just need a little bit extra bells? I'll just wander outside, grab a few tomatoes, and then I can go sell them. Yes, I've been planning things out. Alright, we are here again. What do you think? Who am I gonna find? It's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad. I know I told you I liked all of the ones I saw today. So could I be lucky? If the rain can foreshadow for you the feeling I felt when I saw her little face, I was so sad. I was so sad. And I'm so sorry to my friend. I know if you see this and you saw I had to say no to Blue Bear, you will probably disown me. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. So with that, I grabbed the things on the island and I headed home. And we will pick up where I left off in the next episode. But if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. And as always, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day.